Hello friends, welcome to yet another video at Finance MCQ channel. I am CMA Akula Sridhar. So friends, here we are presenting some important MCQs relevant for your exam preparation of NPS Trust Phase 2 exam. So let's go through today's set of MCQs. Well, the first question is, Dash is the registered owner of all assets under NPS. Well, the options are option A PFRDA, option B NPS Trust, option C IRDAI, option D LIC, and last option UTI. So friends, remember that NPS Trust established by PFRDA is taking care of all the assets and funds under the NPS, and this is done in the best interest of the subscribers registered under it. So here the correct answer is option B NPS Trust. Moving on. Next question, forfeited shares are reissued at par value, premium value, discount value, all of the above and none of the above. So friends, remember that forfeited shares can be reissued either at par value or premium value or discount value. So here the correct answer has to be option D, which says all of the above. Moving on. Next question says accounting standard 9 does not apply to. Well, the options are revenue from construction contracts, revenue from lease agreements, revenue from government grants. Option D says both A and C, and last option all of the above. So friends, first of all we should know that accounting standard 9 relates to revenue recognition. And friends, accounting standard 9 covers revenue recognition relates to ordinary activities of the enterprise such as sale of goods, rendering of services, etc. While construction contracts are covered under accounting standard 7. Friends, leases are covered under accounting standard 19, while government grants are covered under accounting standards 12. So here the correct answer was that accounting standard does not apply to any of the above. So here the correct answer was option E. Moving on. Next question, buyback of shares is covered under dash of the Companies Act 2013. Well, the options are section 52, section 53, section 63, section 2 subsection 37 and section 68. So friends, remember that buyback of shares is covered under section 68 of the Companies Act 2013. Well friends, section 52 relates to issue of shares at premium, while section 53 relates to issue of shares at discount, while section 63 friends relates to issue of bonus shares. And finally section 2 subsection 37 defines employee stock option plan. Moving on. Next question, the subsequent auditors in case of a government company will be appointed by CAG within dash from the commencement of each financial year. And the options are option A says 60 days, option B 90 days, option C 180 days, option D 120 days, and last option E that says 30 days. So friends, subsequent auditors in case of government company will be appointed by CAG within 180 days from the commencement of each financial year. And friends, also remember that the first auditor of a government company will be appointed by CAG within 60 days from the date of registration of the company. So friends, the first auditor will be appointed within 60 days by CAG. Moving on. Next question, which of the following is not a type of psychological barriers to effective communication? The options are option A distrust, option B lack of attention, option C fear of authority, option D loss by transmission, option E premature evaluation. So friends, here all of these are a type of psychological barriers except option C, that is fear of authority. So friends, psychological barriers are various mental and psychological issues that may be barriers for effective communication and includes examples such as distrust, lack of attention, superiority complex or based on past experience, or selective perception, or even loss by transmission, premature evaluation are also example of psychological barriers. Friends, fear of authority is a type of personal barrier to effective communication, and personal barrier relates to the factors that are personal to the sender and receiver. And friends, example of personal barriers to effective communication includes attitude of supervisor, then lack of confidence in subordinates, insisting on proper channel, then ignoring or filtering of information. Moving on. Next question, the audit of annual financial accounts of schemes of NPS managed by the pension fund managers is carried out by option A, auditors appointed by CNAG, auditors appointed by PFRDA, auditors appointed by NPS Trust, option D, both A and B, and last option, no separate audit of financial document of schemes is carried out. So friends, here remember that as per the guidelines issued by PFRDA wide, PFRDA preparation of financial statements and auditor's report of schemes under NPS guidelines 2012, auditors appointed by the NPS Trust will be carrying out the audit of annual financial accounts of schemes of NPS managed by the PFMs, that is the pension fund manager. Moving on, next question, stock kept for contingency to be used in sudden order is called option A, minimum stock level, option B, economic order quantity, option C, reorder level, option D, buffer stock, and last option, none of the above. So friends, here the stock is kept for contingency and has to be used for sudden order cases only. So the answer has to be option D, which says buffer stock. And let's examine the other options given in the question. So first is minimum stock level. So friends, minimum stock level refers to the minimum quantity of particular item of materials that must be kept in the store all the times. That must be kept in store all the time. Next option, economic order quantity or EOQ is the optimal amount of inventory which a company should order, which will have the minimum holding and storage charges. With minimum holding and carrying charges. And friends, reorder level is the level at which the company will place a new order. So a new order. Moving on, next question, rotation of auditor is compulsory for option A, all listed companies, option A, all unlisted companies having paid up capital of rupees 10 crore or more, all private companies having paid up capital of rupees 50 crore or more, or companies having public deposits of rupees 50 crore or more, and last option, all of the above. So friends, the provisions related to rotation of auditor is covered under section 139 subsection 2 of the Companies Act 2013. So friends, rotation of the auditor is compulsory for all listed companies or unlisted companies having paid up capital of rupees 10 crore or more, or private company having paid up capital of rupees 50 crore or more, or companies having borrowing from financial institutions, banks, or public deposits of rupees 50 crore or more. So friends, here the correct answer is option E, all of the above. So friends, rotation of the auditor means if an individual is appointed as an auditor, then he will have to be rotated after one term of 5 consecutive years. And friends, if a firm is appointed as an auditor, then it has to be rotated after 2 terms of 5 consecutive years. Moving on, next question, which of the following organization is appointed as Central Record Keeping Agency for the purpose of NPS? Well, the options are Central Depository Securities Limited, Pension Fund Manager, NPS Trust, National Securities Depository Limited, and last option, none of the above. So friends, remember that NSDL, that is National Securities Depository Limited, has been appointed as Central Record Keeping Agency for the purpose of NPS. So here the correct answer is option D, NSDL. So friends, for more practice of such MCQs, please visit our website financemcq.in, where the entire paper 2 of NPS Grade B exam phase 2 of general stream is brought in MCQ format for practice and quick revision. Friends, here more than 2000 quality MCQs prepared by professionals such as chartered accountant and cost and management accountant is brought to you for practice. Friends, Finance MCQ presents the entire syllabus covering all topics such as commerce and accountancy, costing, economics, finance, Companies Act, management and pension sector in detailed, subject-wise, topic-wise format for thorough preparation of your upcoming exam. And friends, not only this, there's an email support for clarification of doubts raised by candidates while practicing these contents. So practicing at Finance MCQ is the most simple and fastest way to quickly and completely revise full syllabus of paper 2 of the exam. And friends, why paper 2 is important? Because it covers 50% of the total syllabus, with remaining 50% reserved for English subject. Good preparation of this technical syllabus will be a sure shot way for your assured success. And finally, with limited days left for your career defining exam, this practicing content is made available by Finance MCQ at direct 50% discount. So take advantage of this huge discount and subscribe to the course now. The link is given in the description box below. So friends, see you all in the next video. Till then, thank you very much for watching. Take care and goodbye.